Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Stella. All right, so in today's video we're going to learn how to draft a perfect fit bishop collar, an emphasis on the perfect. Okay, so here's the lovely dress. All right, kindly subscribe to my channel if you have not. Okay, so let's jump right into the video. Now here's the dress that we're going to be working on. All right, so the first thing I did was to turn the zip with the lining. Okay, now I went ahead to turn the zip with the lining. So I'll come in with my tape and we will need to measure around the neckline. So I'll start my measurement from the zip. Now I intentionally dropped the zip, okay, because I don't want the teeth of the zip to enter into my bishop collar. All right, so I'll begin my measurement from the zip. Okay, so I'll go ahead and measure around the neckline. Now it's advisable that you stretch out your neckline as you measure, okay, so that you get an accurate figure. So I'll proceed to measure around the neckline. All right, and what we have is 19 inches. Okay, so the neck round is 19 inches. Now I went ahead to cut out this piece of lining. So here it is. Now I folded it into two and I folded it again. So in total I folded it into four. Now our neck round, we got 19 inches. So 19 inches divided by 4 will give us 4.75. okay, so I have my tape placed on the completely folded edge and I'll proceed to mark our 4.75. all right, so I'll go ahead and mark it all through. Now the 4.75 is our radius. Okay, so here we have it. Now the width of the collar that I want is 2 inches. Okay, but we're adding 1 inch allowance, and out of the 1 inch, ½ inch is for turning, okay, at the top part, and the other ½ inch is for joining to the dress. So in total we have the width of the collar as 3 inches. All right, and here we have it. I have connected it. Now I'll proceed to cut this out. And here we have it. I have cut it out. All right, now we need to proceed to remeasure our neckline. Okay, so this is the way it is. Now I'll go ahead and fold it back, okay, so that we can measure our neckline. And remember, we got our neckline, okay, the round measurement as 19. Now you need to divide that into 2, so that will give you 9.5. So I'll go ahead and measure the lower part. We're not measuring the top part, we're measuring the lower part of our collar. Okay, so I'll go ahead and measure it round and I'll mark my 9.5. okay, now I'll go ahead and add extra 1 inch allowance to that, and the 1 inch is for turning. Okay, so this is what we have. Now I'll proceed to cut off this excess. Remember, I simply divided our neck round into 2. Okay, 19 inches divided by 2 gave me 9.5, and I added 1 inch allowance, okay, and I marked it and cut off the excess. So this is what we have. Okay, now so by the time you cut it, you're going to have 2 pieces, okay, and one will be for the fabric and one for the lining. Now I'll go ahead and transfer this, okay, to my fashion fabric, because that's the actual fabric I'm working with, and here it is. So I have 2 pieces of it. I simply pin the lining on it and I cut out. Now I'll proceed to iron down the interfacing on the both fashion fabric, okay, and here we have it. I have ironed it, okay, down on both the fashion fabric and the lining. Now I have marked ½ inch on the top part and ½ inch on the lower part. All right, and I also went ahead to stitch the 0.5 inch at the top part. Okay, now I'll proceed to trim it down. So I'll trim it down to 0.25. all right, or you can notch if that's what you want. And here we have it. Now before I turn, I will go ahead and use my pressing iron, okay, to iron down the 0.5 that I have marked. Okay, so at this lower part, I'll use my pressing iron to just fold it in. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and fold it in this way. Is easiest with your pressing iron. All right, so I'll do this, and here we have it. So I have ironed inwards the 0.5 inch that we marked on the lower part of just one. Okay, now I'll go ahead and turn it, okay, and I'll give it a good press. All right, so I'll go ahead and iron it down and we will continue. Okay, and here we have it. I have ironed it down. All right, like I said, it's easiest with your pressing iron. So here it is. All right, now the next thing we're going to do is to go ahead and notch the mid part. So you fold it into two and you notch the center. All right, now I'll come in with the dress that we're working with. Okay, so here's the dress, and I have also gone ahead to join both the lining and the fashion fabric, okay, together. So I have just top stitched on it. All right, now I will also need to indicate the mid part of the neckline. All right, so I'll just fold it into two and I will notch the center of the neckline. All right, now just align your shoulder joining. That's the easiest way. Okay, so I have the notch there. Now I'll come in with our collar, our bishop collar, and I'm going to align the notch on the collar with the notch on the dress. Okay, so I'll go ahead and align the notches there and I will pin it down. So this is the first thing you're going to do. Now I'll go ahead and, so I like to stitch from the inside to the outside. Okay, so I'll go ahead and stitch it down, all right, at 0.5 inch all round. Okay, now when I'm done, I will use that part that we folded in using our iron. Okay, so I'll use that part to simply cover the rough edges. Okay, now this is the same method of joining collar, okay, on shirts. Yeah. All right, and here we have it. I'm done joining the collar to the dress. Okay, now you can see how relaxed it is at the back. So I'll simply go ahead and attach my hook and eye on the back. Okay, so here's the front. You can see how relaxed and well laid the neckline is. Now let's take a look at the inside. So here is the inside. All right, now the stitches are just right at the bottom of the fashion fabric, so it's completely clean. Okay, and the fitting is 101%, and the comfort is just something else. All right, and here we have it on the mannequin. I love the fitting of this dress. In fact, you have to look closely to see that this is actually a bishop collar, because it looks like a cut together built up neckline. All right, now here's the back. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. Kindly subscribe to my channel if you have not. All right, and drop your comments or remarks in the comment section. Till we meet again. Bye.